enforcement of this thing, as far as the fine amounts, does that need to be in this ordinance, or is that in, on the enforcement side of it, that's out there?
You can do it either way. I believe currently it's limited to the sheriff's department enforcing it and actually listed in the ordinance. I know the issue when it came up before about ever increasing fines, remember it's capped out at $1,000.
Right.
But it can be either in this code section, or you can have just a general penalties code section or ordinance section that you can refer to by multiple code sections or ordinances. It doesn't necessarily have to be in this version in order to end up in there.
Well, if we were to add it now, it'd have to come back for another hearing, would it not?
Yeah, if we alter what the ordinance is going to be, then it's technically different than what's been put forth in the
So if we don't add it to this, and I'm making too much noise, Shane comes and sees me and charges me $300. 2 weeks I'm doing it again, can he come charge me $500 without it being on this?
I think as long as there's a uniform policy adopted, you can do that as long as it's followed every time.
How do your citations look? Is it a pre-printed form?
It's pre-printed form, because we have numbers, each citation got a separate number. And I've talking with the magistrate judge in the past, basically, it's at their discretion, it's at her discretion. We can suggest what it can be, but it's the judge's decision on what the fine should be. That's what I've been told.
And well, typically, if there's a written policy that's followed every time, that's what it ends up being.
Could we put that on the citation? When the citation's written?
You mean what the kind
What
of
the fine-
what the fine typically
For violating
is
this
gonna be?
ordinance would be?
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with doing that. You have to be careful how it's worded.
But then you will have to adopt it, the fees, in order to put it on the citation.
Yeah, that's different from having the solicitor argue per policy in the actual hearing. But if you're going to put it on the citation, it does have to be written somewhere. But you also have to be careful how you word it on the citation, that it's not, basically you have to be found guilty before you have to pay it. So there's some different considerations along those lines.
Is it still up to, even though it's a policy that we've adopted, is it still at the discretion of the judge?
When the rubber meets the road, it is.
Okay.
Because it's up to the judge to decide whether or not there was even a violation, or if so, what the sentence essentially is going to be.
But we did vote, that passed, that it would be an escalating fee.
Yeah.
Does it have to be, do we need to do anything else?
It
for that
would
to
have
be put in place?
It would have a little more force if we put it in an ordinance, but in terms of just encouraging the magistrate to follow the fines and penalties. But Shane could also adopt a policy as long as it was written and consistently enforced. I think it would get the job done too.
Okay, then that's probably what we need to do, is have Shane write that policy based on, if we can pull up the minutes, that vote that was held. This is how we do it. Would that work?
That should
Okay.
work.